Boxing truth here. Alright, let's talk about this cat, Ryan Garcia, Kringy, Kingry, or Kringy, as some people like to call him. Now, this dude is definitely cringeworthy. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, I laugh my ass off every time I see that. It's cheesy as fuck. But the kid gets it. I mean, he's very marketable, promotes himself very well. A bunch of his videos go viral. Already has a huge following on the social media platforms. 6,000 tickets sold to StubHub last night. So he's doing something right. He's got a fan base that includes a lot of young girls. He's pretty much a carbon copy of Oscar De La Hoya. He's the same reason why I wasn't a fan of Oscar De La Hoya growing up. I used to hate Oscar De La Hoya for the same, pretty much the same reason. He's too soft for me, man. A little too soft. I didn't like Oscar because of, the way he talked, the way he spoke, especially after his interviews. I was a much bigger Trinidad fan, because when it came to his personality, when it came to his boxing style, he was a more exciting fighter to watch. De La Hoya, though, he got my respect in terms of he proved that even though he was soft on the outside, that motherfucker was tough on the inside. He was one of the toughest fighters I ever saw. With the shots that he took, it was pretty much impossible to knock him out with a headshot, even though Hakan was able to do that with a body shot, whether you thought he took a dive or not. But this kid has to prove on whether he is as tough as Oscar De La Hoya, which has yet to be proven. He's definitely got some talent. He's fast, good combinations, even has pretty good power for a kid his age. Only 19 years old, about to turn 20 later this year. He's got some defensive flaws. He stands too tall. His chin's wide open in the air, so if he fights a counterpuncher, he's got to watch out. But De La Hoya and the Golden Boy already have their next star. This kid is it. All they got to do is protect him a little bit, match him correctly. Don't push him too fast. He's still very young, even though he has a pretty good amateur pedigree. Over 230 fights as an amateur. So the kid has a lot of experience in the amateur background. Won various accolades, national titles, shit like that. And he's only going to get better. And the good thing about him, he's very passionate about the sport. He wants it. He has a desire to win. So that's why he's going to beat a lot of fighters, simply because he wants it more. He also has some talent. And I saw some things in that Velez fight that was, I was a little impressed with some of the things I saw. He still has a long way to go, but he handled a guy who was much more experienced than him in terms of the professional ranks. A guy that was still in his prime, in Jason Velez, only 30 years old, has been a top contender, has challenged for a world title, but came up short. And it shows that Golden Boy's matchmakers are willing to push him a little bit. They're willing to take some risks with this kid. They're willing to step up the level in competition. They was going to match him with Yuriorkis Gamboa. And let me tell you right now, this kid would have beaten Yuriorkis Gamboa. Why? Because Gamboa is washed, and Ryan Garcia is fresher, younger, and just wants it more. He's just more passionate about the sport compared to Gamboa. So that's why he would have beaten Gamboa had they fought. And Gamboa realized that. He didn't want to get fed to a prospect, so he pretty much parted ways with Golden Boy, simply because he was going to be a stepping stone for Ryan Garcia. And that's why he ended up not taking that fight. But he's definitely not ready for a Gervonta Davis. That's for sure. He needs a lot more experience. He needs to work on some things. In that fight against Velez, he showed some limitations. Got sunned in that first round, but then he pulled himself together and was able to get a clear-cut unanimous decision. Even displayed some punching power, rocked Velez a couple of times. Velez has never been stopped. So as the kid gets older, he gets stronger. He's going to be a prospect to watch out for. He definitely I think is capable of winning a world title in this era of boxing, with multiple straps in every division. He has the height, so he could be another Oscar De La Hoya where he jumps up multiple divisions. As long as he has that passion for the sport, as long as he still has that hunger and desire to win, he's definitely going to have a success in his career. How high is his ceiling? I'm not so sure. He's definitely got some holes in his defense. If he fights Gervonta Davis now, that hype train is definitely going to be derailed. But he knows what he's doing. He knows how to market himself. He knows how to promote himself. And within a year, this kid's going to be on some major platforms. He's going to be a bigger star than most PBC fighters combined. So he knows what he's doing in terms of marketing himself, promoting himself, already establishing a big following, already almost selling out the StubHub. 6,000 people showed up. The kid's only going to get bigger as he continues to be more active and fighting on Canelo undercards. Golden Boy has their next star already, man. This kid has potential to be a pay-per-view player simply because of his style, his look, and the way he's attracting young females to the game. This is the next Oscar right here. The only question is he as soft mentally as Victor Ortiz when he was supposed to be the next Oscar? That's the only question. We'll find out as soon as the competition gets more stiffer. But against Jason Velez, the kid showed that he's improving, that he's able to fight and handle seasoned, experienced veterans. All Golden Boy has to do is match him carefully. Don't push him too fast, and within 3 years, this kid's gonna be a world champion. Might even be faster than that. Might even be within the next year or year and a half. They're already stepping up the competition, as he was supposed to fight Yuriorkis Gamboa this past Saturday, but Gamboa didn't want that work because he knew he was going to be fed to a young prospect that's going on to bigger and better things. But he's definitely ain't ready for no Gervonta Davis. Let's calm down about that. I know why he's calling him out, because he knows that fight is not going to happen anytime soon. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.